Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to beautiful Tahitian County, Iowa. And today we are going to be getting rid of all of this equipment here and updating some buildings, updating some other stuff. As I said at the end of the last video, if you didn't watch that, go back and watch it now. It'll provide a little bit more context-ish. But we are moving to the year 2010. Which is going to give us a whole new line of equipment that we have available to us, which means we're going to get rid of a bunch of this equipment here. So we're getting rid of our swather, the manure spreader, the auger, a whole bunch of this stuff. You guys will see even the combine, even the 4020 I'm getting rid of that I've kept since the 60 series. I'm getting rid of that, kind of. But you'll see, like I said, you'll see here in a little bit what, for you guys, it'll be in a minute or two, and for me, it'll be several hours of work to get this together for you guys. So, but yeah, so we're getting rid of the combine and the headers and all the village equipment, the Chevy service truck, the 8400, and even the baler. But you guys will see what we're replacing it with. And yeah, like I said, you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, they provide more context. I usually link the playlist at the start of the video and the little info card at the top corner thing, you know, up here. Well, actually, it depends what you're watching. It might be up here. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to be replacing a bunch of equipment with some of the sheds and some other stuff. You guys will see we'll be building a grain setup. Here's some of the stuff we're keeping, as well as that semi that I just bought on that auction a couple weeks ago. We'll be keeping that, or a couple episodes ago. We'll be keeping that, and the rest of this stuff will be kind of clearing out. Like I said before, this is the house that I say is my brother's. My house is across the road. We'll be updating something on that, or some things on that, and yeah, you'll see. We'll just go there, and then I'll give you guys kind of the tour afterwards with the new equipment. Normally, I'd go to the dealership, look at the equipment, and then buy it. This time, I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy it, so I don't have a... I think the last update video was almost... Well, if I included everything, which I don't think I did, because I think I cut some of it out and just showed you the equipment afterwards. But that's kind of what I'm going to do here. It was going to be like a 45, 50-minute episode, and I know a lot of you guys don't watch episodes that long, so we're going to try and shorten it up a little bit here. So with that, we're going to go ahead and cut into the tour here of the new farm. I hope you enjoy the new farm. All right, everyone. It's been a couple hours, or well, a couple seconds for you guys, but I've gotten the place put together. I got the acreage put together, the bin site put together, and updated a couple, and then obviously updated all the equipment, but also updated a couple pieces of equipment, or a couple of sheds and stuff. And all right. So let's just start. I'll just start giving you a tour around. First up, I know this isn't exactly 2010, but the mod that I had that was a 2010 side by side is very broken, and so I went and deleted that out. So we're just going to use this one, and then I decided I was going to make it a white camo one because that's what I'm just going to use. I'm going to keep this for the rest of the series. So we'll go ahead and jump in it now. And we'll first off head to the shop right next to us here. I got rid of the gate that was there. That's probably the only main thing there that was updated. We'll go in the door here for the shed. And we got a Best Way sprayer. 1,200 gallons. This is going to be our loader tractor. It's an AGCO White 6105. It's got the bucket on. I got a bale spike back by the cow barn. Still do have the cow barn. Let's turn on the lights to this shed. I got 100 lights, so why don't we turn them on, right? Oop, there we go. All right, next up we got a Cat MT 875B Challenger. And it's pulling the case 335 disc ripper or disc. Yeah, I don't, whatever. You guys don't care what much about the specs of it. So then I got an 8530 here, 1770 NT, 24 row planter, and yeah, the 8530 has wheel weights on it, or rear wheel weights. And I actually got this off the used side of the sale or the store, so I was gonna have this no matter what. All right, so that's all I got in the shop right now. Mainly because I was trying to keep it kind of easy where I was putting equipment. Didn't really want to pack anything completely full, just in case I needed to move stuff around. So next up, we'll head to the back here. I got this fuel barrel now. This is new, but yeah, it's 1,000 or 10,000 gallon or something like that. I forget what it is off the top of my head. But instead of my one hoop barn or one cattle barn, I got one small one and then a cattle pasture back here. This one's mainly for calves, and then that's going to be my cow pasture. I got this hoop barn that's got one liquid tank in it and the manure spreader. This is mainly my liquid tank and manure spreader. The manure spreader back over here is actually the one that me and my brother share for his hog barn, and you guys will see that in a little bit. But I put up this hoop barn so I can put in fertilizer. I could store some extra in here, as well as if I get bale shredder and actually start mixing feed, I'll put it in here as well. But yeah, these hoop barns are really cheap to put up. That's why I put up both of these. My brother even put up one once he saw how cheap it is to put one of these up. So yeah, I got some bales back over there with the bale spike. There's nothing in this field changed. We'll head down the driveway here. And we'll go over to the other yard. Alright guys, so we're just pulling in here now. We got rid of the two sheds that we had back here. Basically the last of the old place that we bought this place from. If you remember, way back in the 80s, we bought this acreage that had been abandoned. And the only shed that was left from that was one that was at where this back one, or was this back one here. I don't know why that was so complicated to say. The shop's still here. We moved the fuel barrel over here, or over from next to the old shed over to here, next to my brother's shop. We got another hoop barn just like mine. We got Ford F350 with our stock trailer on the back. So then we'll go over to our cold storage shed. It's a bigger shed now. It's, I believe, 80 or 60 by 80 or 60 by 120. 60 by 120, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because that's definitely not, yeah. Anyways, I'm dumb. But yeah, we got a Mobility 1000 spreader. We got a Meridian box, seed box tender. As well as then we got a Vermeer tedder right next to it. I was gonna say this tender is gonna be really nice for planting. Then we got a New Holland 1431 Moco, or whatever you guys call it. Yeah, I guess they call it a disc vine. But yeah, then we still have the Coon rake that we had in the late 90s series. We got a Krone, a big pack baler, um, which is just a little bit newer than the John Deere one, so kind of why I went with it. Also, I like Krone, so I wanted to try one out. And so back here we have a Case 875 Eco Tiller or Echo Tiller. English is hard today. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. I think it's, if I remember right, it's 15 feet wide. But yeah, then you guys care more about the tractor here. We got a 9520 on our Case 200 Tigermate. We kept this from the last one as well, or from the last year as well. So yeah, we have our Kenzie 1050 grain cart here. I don't really know what else you want me to explain about that. That should fill up one semi at a time, but we'll go over and see the semis here in a little bit. We do have a 7088 combine here. Came out in 2008, and yeah. So brand new to us. And where are the oh yeah, I remember where the heads are now. I'm dumb. So we'll just wander back over here to the side by side. Oh, I got my bale trailer over there. That's what we'll use to pick up bales with. Um, brother's house didn't change. The garage didn't change. We got rid of the bin there, mainly because we built this bin side over here that I talked to you guys about before. Um, it's a little bit bigger than we had planned on going, but we built one big bin and then we're like, well, we might as well build a couple more. So, here is our massive bin site. And whoop, there we go. Wouldn't let me out there for a second. Here is the control center for it. The lights are kind of broken a little bit. Yeah. So here is the dump side. The dump side, we can fit a truck in here and we can just park it in here. That's kind of what I wanted. Originally we were gonna have the dump side and the fill side being, on top of each other like they normally are. But we decided to dump it over here, just have a second dump so that one can go at, if one truck is dumping, that one can keep running on its own and we don't have to wait for it, and then we can have another truck go over here and dump. So we'll go to the back side here of the dump. Here's our two wet bins for wet corn. We'll have that come in here and then it'll go into the dryer. So here we got our truck and header trailer. We got our other semi here. And the other mower trailer that we have. We got our corn head here, and then we got our MacDon Flex Draper. These just came out about 5 years ago. We didn't really want to get one when it was first new, but we got one now because we've heard great things about them. But yeah, came out 2006, I guess, since 2010 now. I guess that's kind of it for vehicles and stuff. If I forgot anything, you guys will see it in the next episode. If I remember. But yeah. Whoops. Wait, can I? Yeah. No, I think there's a fence. So it is November right now. I didn't speed up the months since I finished up baling and all that stuff in the last couple episodes. Sorry. If I was thinking a little bit farther ahead and not so tired right now, I would have done that, but I won't make any excuses. Should have done it. My bad. So, here is my brother's hog barn. He bought this, mainly because he likes hogs, like I said, and this thing can hold roughly 1,100 more head than his little setup that he had at the house years ago. And then it came with these two little cornfields. I think we might just plant those to grass, but we'll see if he wants to, or if he wants to turn that to, or leave that as crop. Here is another field that I bought, and yeah, so we bought this field, and then I'll show you guys on the PDA here. Alrighty, guys. So here's kind of our map. Up here is where I live. Up here or down here is where my brother lives. We had these fields before. We had these two fields before. Um, my brother bought this. We bought this and this. I bought this and this one. We got these two. We're actually going to combine these two and farm them together as much as we can. Field wise is what I mean. And then we bought or we're renting the stuff around the airport because the airport company owns it, but we're renting that right now. So that's kind of the update on the ground. I'll go ahead and jump out of my PDA here, get back in my side by side, and I'll kind of just take you around for the, back, you saw where you saw where we turned. We're just heading down the road here. This next corner is going to be where we have some of our ground. Go to the right is like a little grass patch right next to the field that we now own, or I own. Right there, kind of just leaps down into those trees. Here's this field that I own that's next to my brother's hog barn there. So right down here should be the driveway, if I remember right. Here it is. I'll open up the gate. A lot of cattle in this area, so that's why we have fence around everything. We like to graze the stocks. But here's one of my fields, and then we'll kind of head over here. You can see the grass patch here. That they had separating these fields. They used to be separate fields, and now that we own both sides, we're just gonna farm them together. And then actually on the other side of those trees, when I bought this field here, there's a whole bunch of grass ground that maybe if we can make it through those trees here, we'll be able to show you. Oh, there's a fence. I'm on the wrong side of the fence now. Just turn around. Let's head down here because this is definitely the right direction. There we go. Yep, so this big grass patch back here that I might rip up and farm, but it's kind of hilly, so I really don't want to farm because you're going to lose a whole bunch of topsoil if you do farm it. And really wreck the ground if you do. Generations to come, but the gate is some. Whoa, there's a big dip, and I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Gate is not over here. I remember now. The gate's on the other side of this big dip. Get out of it. I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay, the fence or the gate's over here. So we'll cut all this for hay probably in one of the upcoming episodes. So oops. I knew that swing, or we had to swing it that way. So we'll go back towards the airport and I'll show you that. Like I said, we don't own it. The airport company / there's a auction company that owns most of the airport shares. They own all the fields around it, and we're just renting it for now. Supposedly the auction company might become big enough where they're going to want to, or they're thinking they're going to put some of that into crop ground, or and some of that crop ground into grass, so they can put park equipment out there during their consignment sales that happen in the spring and fall usually. And I'll take you guys along to one of those probably, maybe. So here's one of the fields, and then we'll drive over the airport. One's pretty good size. Bigger hill than I thought. And there's crop dusters parked in their hangar. Here's the other field here at the bottom. This is the one they kind of want to turn into a grass field and use it for their main auction site. Because right now they kind of use up here kind of a loop around most of the time. You kind of come in here and then it kind of loops around inside here. And sometimes it goes down the sides of the runway, which makes it an inactive runway then, but not too many planes fly out of here, especially during their spring and fall consignments. Most of the planes that fly out of here are crop dusters during the summer. So we'll go ahead and head. Whoa, that's a bigger bump than I thought it was. But here's that field again. So if you guys remember, we went down this road to go through that one field, then we went through the grass. There's a bunch of random mumbling. Yeah. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna end it here. That was probably a very boring and quick changeover from 2000 to the 2010 time frame. Where that's just how it's gonna be. I just wanted to make it a quick one. I'm honestly making this way too late at night, and I still gotta make. Maybe I won't make somebody. Anyways, so yeah, whatever. Here's that other field that I was talking about right here. It's a bigger field, but yeah. So, like I said, that'll end this video here. Apologize if it's not kind of what you guys like, but let me know what you do like for some of these year changes. When we get into FS25, I'll be doing some more year changes in there once some of the mods get either changed over, or once FS25 gets established. We all remember how when FS22 came out, or even FS19, when that came out, we all kind of waited for the mods to come out before we all enjoyed it a bunch more than because when the base stuff comes out, it's not as fun. Anyways, with that, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you liked about it or what you didn't in the comments below. If you did enjoy, do me a huge favor. Leave a like below. Subscribe if you're not. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.